Good morning. Marley's kind of feisty this morning. I'm waiting to see if she gets excited. Yeah. Well, you know what day it is? Hump day! Mike. And T is down at her parents', so I don't have to be super quiet this morning. All right. So we did certainty and uncertainty, our first two of the 6 human needs. Now we do the second two, significance and love and connection. You can see how these needs are juxtaposed in order to create excitement in life. You know, this is where the problems in life come from, is when there's conflicts with these needs. Now, let me first tell you that if your top 2 human needs are certainty and significance, you are totally screwed, because you will never have those 2 things figured out. So if those are your top 2 needs, then you need to attend these seminars and figure out a way to change your top 2 needs, which you totally can do. But you need to figure out how to change it, because you're never going to get that. Life is always going to suck for you if those are your top 2 needs. So need number 3 is significance. We need to feel, one of the ways that feminine energy languages this need is we need to feel needed. But we all have this need to feel like we're important, like we're important to somebody else. So like if you're in an intimate relationship, that person needs to feel like they're the number one priority in your life. If they don't feel like they're the number one priority in your life, then that's going to create a challenge that needs to be dealt with. This is where, the whole children come in, because children become a higher priority, which I'm not saying that they shouldn't be a higher priority, but you got to find that balance between children and significant other. People have children and then their significant other no longer becomes a priority for them. And if you don't feel like you're significant or needed, well, then you start to not pay as much attention, and the relationship starts to get negatively impacted. The thing about, significance is if it becomes too high a need for you, then you can become completely alienated from everybody. So this is what happens with like celebrities. They feel so significant that they feel like they cannot be connected to anybody. They have no connections whatsoever, and they feel all alone, and they feel depressed. So too much significance can be a problem, but you need to recognize that everybody's got it. Everybody's got this need. You got to feel like you're a priority. You got to feel like you're needed. You got to feel like you have some sort of significance in the universe. When we're dealing with people that are getting towards the end of their life, it almost always becomes about legacy. What's the legacy that they're going to leave? For a lot of people, that's a child or children, but for other people, it's not. A lot of times for masculine energy, it's not children. They want it to be something else. They want their name on a building, or they want whatever, but it becomes about legacy, and that's a significance play. That's a, what is there going to be to show that I ever walked around on this planet? So that need is there, and it needs to be dealt with. But we also need to have love and connection. And, if this is one of your number one needs, then good for you. And there's a lot of ways that you can feel love and connection, whether or not you're in a significant relationship or not in a significant relationship. But the people who have significance too high in their life, this is the need that gets sacrificed. And at the end of the day, they can feel very, very alone, because they've prioritized significance to the point where they've kind of pushed everybody away. So we need to remember that this need is also a need that needs to be serviced. And as you can tell, these top 4 needs, we obtain these needs no matter what. Certainty, uncertainty, significance, love, and connection. We find a way to achieve these needs no matter what. The question is, are you achieving them on a level 7, 8, 9, 10, or are you achieving them on a 4, 3, 2? Because, like we talked about with kids, if kids do not get attention, if they do not get connection, love and connection, significance from their parents by doing good things, what are they going to do? They're going to do bad things. And when parents are like, why is my kid getting in trouble all the time? My kid's a good kid. Well, my question to them when I used to do that stuff was, well, how much are you paying attention to your child when he's not getting in trouble or when she's not getting in trouble? Are you more focused at work because there's a crisis there? Or are you more focused on your relationship because there's a crisis there? And if those are your focuses, then this is why your kid's getting in trouble, because they're not getting your attention on a regular basis. But when they get in trouble, they do get your attention. So if we don't get love and connection in a positive way, we'll get it in a not so positive way. So why do people go out on Friday night and go out to a bar and drink themselves silly? Well, think about it this way. How does that serve your needs? Well, number one, do you get certainty when you do that? Yeah. You're certain that you're going to feel differently than you do at the end of the day, because you're going to put chemicals in your body that are going to make you feel different. So you know that you're going to feel differently than before. And you also have some certainty about what's going to happen. You know that when you go there, you're going to feel a certain way. You're going to see certain people. Certain things are going to happen. So you absolutely have certainty. Might not be at a level 10, but you have certainty. Do you have uncertainty when you go do that situation? Sure. You don't know who you're going to run into. You don't know what the intoxication level is going to be. You don't know how you're going to feel when you're intoxicated. Every time you get intoxicated, it's a little bit different. You might run into new people. You might run into somebody that you haven't seen in a long time. You might meet a new person. You might have all kinds of conversations you haven't had. So you get all kinds of variety. Do you get significance? Sure. If you go out to the bar and you're espousing your views on things, or if you're buying drinks, or there's all kinds of ways that you can get significance while you're at a bar. You can get significance by how you dress. You can get significance by how you do your hair, or you can get significance by doing tattoos. You can get significance by having piercings. Lots of different ways that you can get significance. And then at the end of the night, can you find love and connection? Normally you can. Now, is it going to be love and connection on a level 8, 9, 10? Probably not, but it's going to be love and connection nonetheless. Now, if any activity that you do fulfills 3 of your needs, it will become a habit. If it fulfills 4, it'll become an addiction. So that's why going out to the bar on a Friday night after work can become an addiction. If you're not in a great relationship, if you don't like your job all that much, well, going out to the bar on Friday night is going to fulfill all 4 of those needs. It's not going to fulfill them on a very high level, but it's going to fulfill them. And you can see then why people do it, because it fulfills those needs in a lower level way. This is the power of the 6 human needs. When you realize that, you can go, okay, well, what's a better way for me to fulfill these needs? What's a better way for me to feel certainty? Well, I could exercise. Why are people that are addicted to exercise? Does it give them certainty? Yeah, they know they're going to feel better than they did before they exercised. Does it give them uncertainty? Yeah, because you don't know how it's going to go. Does it give them significance? Yeah, they can tell everybody, I get up at a certain time. And I love the commercial, by the way, where the guy says, you got up early. Nobody cares. I think that's hilarious. So, you can get significance by saying, I run 5 miles every morning, or you can get significance by how you look. How do you look that way? Well, I exercise 7 days a week. Can you get love and connection while you're exercising? Sure, you can be doing it with your significant other. You can talk to your significant other. You can also get that stuff through exercise by listening to tapes. You can get variety by that. You can get love and connection by that. Tapes, showing my age. By listening to, different pieces of information. Remember, we define what all of this means. So like one of the things Tony will do at an event is he'll say, who loves to clean their house? And inevitably somebody will raise their hand. And everybody will go, how can you possibly love to clean your house? Well, then when you ask them the questions, you get the answer. Do you get certainty? And they'll say something like, yes, I'll get certainty because at the end of that, I know that my house is going to look great. And I love doing that for my family. Do you get uncertainty? Sure, because you never know what you're going to find. You never know how it's going to go. And you can tell these people, by the way, it's not an obligation. They truly love it. They light up when they talk about it. Do you get significance? Yeah, because I'm the one that does it, and they all praise me when I do it. And do you get love and connection? And usually they'll say something like, yeah, I pray for my children while I'm cleaning, or I, think about them in this way. What they've done is they've defined everything that they're doing so that it fulfills those needs. And typically they've done it so it fulfills those needs on a very high level. And when that happens, it becomes something that you're completely addicted to. If you find somebody who's addicted to exercise, ask them why they do it and listen to their answers in relationship to these 4 human needs, and you'll find that it fulfills these needs and probably fulfills the last 2 also. And that's why they're addicted to that very thing. So if you're addicted to something, it's because it fulfills these needs, and you can redefine what that means and change whether or not you're addicted to it or not addicted to it, and you can go get addicted to healthy things as opposed to unhealthy things if you just pay attention. We'll keep on this topic. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope this makes sense. If you got questions, post them. I'll be happy to answer. Have a great day. Thank you very much for watching. We're all in this together. Let's take care of each other.